The nice thing about this is because I'm keeping the liquid there until it's absorbed so much heat that it needs to be replaced, is we don't need to run the cooler nearly as often. So running out of power there does not stop this place from cooling, or at least balancing its temperature a bit more. To avoid some of the potential issues. Very nearly done there. But honestly, that needs to be... I worry about that being a lower priority. I might need to shut down some of my industrial machines until later. The smelter, for example, does pull an awful lot of power. Let's disable the building for now. I'm going to leave my polymer press going. It doesn't activate unless there's an overflow of petroleum, which how often is that happening right now? So it's not as big a concern. I could shut down my cooling. What's the priority of these? Those are 7s. Let's pop that up to 8s. All of my coal power plants are running. My wood burners are not. But I could flick those on if I wanted to. Okay. Let's get those running then. It's not going to give us much power. It gives us very little, actually. But we can run them dry for the time being. It doesn't hurt. Especially when we're this low on power. There we go. Awesome. We've got a lot of crude oil being pumped out of this. This will actually be quite nice. The main thing is to keep this running pretty much. Because it can run more or less constantly. Yeah. Constantly interrupted by a lack of power, which is kind of annoying. But now, of course, is going to be... Oh, let's get in there, please. Keep that running. This is drawing a lot of power to run, I imagine. Yeah, it's consuming a lot of power, which is the problem here. But we are generating a decent amount of petroleum now. So that should keep the power flowing. Once both of the generators are running, then we've got a bit of leeway. I'm starting to feel like this should be a priority 9. I really hate the idea of making it a priority 9, though. Priority 8 should be enough, but we're running low on power again. We'll have only a bit to go before this one shuts down. There we go. It's an endless cycle for the time being, but on the plus side, we are getting stuff moving at least. This is helping out a bit, and we're generating a load of extra CO2, and it's very hot CO2 too, which is a bit of an issue, but I'll have to just make do with that for now. Once this area is built up, then a lot of my dupes will have less reason to be out here. It should help a little bit. There we go. Pretty much if I need to put a shovel here, it needs to be moved right bloody now. Because if you get shovels, then they're going to be everywhere in your base for a while. And that sucks. to that end, if are these actual shovels? Oh, good. Shovel X. Good. I'm gonna set up shipping. I'm gonna want a conveyor chute. Actually, no. What I can do is remove this tile and drop shovel eggs in here to begin with. Well, ultimately I did want... No, we will have conveyor chute. Doesn't really matter what temperature it is, it's not going to be generating heat. This will generate heat over time, though, which is a bit of a problem. I guess it depends on how often we're using it, but for the... briefly, it should be okay. Alternatively, I could have it in here, that it gets given the items, so there is a bit of heat flow. That would actually make a little bit of sense, because if we have it built in here, then if we bring in regolith, it will heat this area up, but every time this door is opened, a bit of oxygen escapes and takes the heat with it, so that'll probably work. And it means we don't have to take the power quite as far. How much does that pull? 120 watts. How much is being used on this group? Basically nothing. Alright, I think we're going to use this then. Hey Casa, welcome back, sweetheart. How was your stream? Now let's see if I have the right command. There we go. If you don't already follow Casa, then you absolutely should. If you're interested in The Sims, then what are you doing with yourself? You 100% should be following Casa. But I think she's also considering branching out into a bit of Civ as well. Play some Stardew Valley from time to time. You want to snooze? Well, that's what happens when you have your friends around and not binders involved. True fact. Okay, this shouldn't take too long to get all of that set up. You played House Flipper today? Oh, that's fantastic! You'd mentioned that you were thinking about playing that, actually. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's go ahead, throw these out. Okay. And we'll just grab all that copper from there. We got plenty of copper to get. There's loads of areas that we barely cored. There's a lot for us still to do. There's still a liquid in there. So 281. That's not too bad. I would legitimately love it if someone would come along and do this. Where are you, Weirdo? There. Got a full suit of air, so as long as power isn't interrupted, you should get. I sod it. Well, at least we got some stuff moving. How many people can operate? Weirgo is okay with operations, actually. Why were you the one to go down there? Long Hoff. Let's see if I can't give you that skill. There you go. Where's Weirgo? Well, I mean... Sure. There we go. You can both have that now as a bit of a higher priority. More peeps to take care of the power. There we are. Fuel is entering the system. There we go. Now, if we get a transit tube all the way down there, that's going to be so much better. If I could just get transit tube, so if someone needed to do something, they could just hop in one of these and whoosh all the way down. That would be grand. Really, we're already out of power. All of that petroleum. All of it. Gone already. Scalawags. You can be Aavak, I've been watching your 7 Days to Die VODs on your second channel all day today. Oh, I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, it's time to take makeup off and head for a snooze. Okay, take care, Casa. I hope you have a good night, love. We're letting some of that out, I guess. Well, I suppose that isn't too terribly bad. It's gonna happen. Eventually there'll be enough CO2 in there that it might cool up, but I don't mind if it's getting out, honestly. It's fine. There we go. The problem with this is it's such a power-hungry thing. The moment that starts running, it eventually runs out. So I kind of feel like a tertiary petroleum generator would help. So right now we're running out of coal. I'm not silly because we've got so much of the bloody stuff. But at the very least it is still operating somewhat. We haven't charged the battery up to 10% for a long while. A bit of a pain. Get in there with the oil in there though, which is not so bad, I suppose. How many more cycles? We've got 16 more cycles until that turns back on. We have, however, managed to get all of this done. Awesome. Alright, filtration medium, regolith. Also, Critterax, there we go. Shovel eggs. Priority 9. If there is a shovel egg, it needs to be in here right now. Do not ignore shovels. Ever. Terrible things await you if you do. Really enjoying the extra Aavak content in your second channel, as I don't get to pop into your streams too often. Oh, well, I'm really glad you're enjoying it. What temperature is the steam vent? This one? It's 196. We are definitely running out of water. We're not. We need a lot more. I think cracking into one of the steam vents soon is going to be pretty high priority. Unfortunately. As soon as we've got some decent natural gas, though, at least that'll start moving forward, but it's going to take a bit. Where's the other one? I know I had another one down here somewhere. Is it this one? No. If there was one down there, it's gone now. This one, there we are. Okay. The issue now is not the lack of crude oil, it's the lack of power to the oil refinery. Kind of tempted to do something rather drastic. That takes 1.2. How much can a smart battery store? 20 kilojoules. Okay, so that's about 20... Well, that's less than 20 seconds of operation, but it's about 15 seconds of operation. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Why? Why? Why did... Oh. Please stop. Let's give them a shield. Make that a high priority. But I am thinking that this may be necessary. We're going to build smart batteries down here. We're going to have... two of them. I'm going to hook these up with conductive wire. That's only pulling 4.8. Let me have a look at this. Why? Does that only pull 4.8 after all? Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Still, I thought it was pulling 1.2 for some reason. I have no idea what gave me that impression, but either way, we're going to set this up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it to store a charge for a time. Once that charge is full, then, and only then, do I want it to activate. Two batteries worth of charge. Once that's the case, this can turn on. $1.2K is the smelter. Right, okay. Thank you very much. Well, maybe I only need one battery then, because two batteries worth of charge is quite a lot. That being said, how long is one full run of this? How long does it take them to use it? Before I do that, cancel that. I always forget the way that that works, that I need to run it through a NOT gate. Dunk. We'll see how this goes. Can we not reach that? Oh, annoying. We'll see how it goes, though. That may be enough to keep things running well for a while. We'll play it by ear. Need to observe it in operation at least once. We're not going to have any plastic for a while, not unless the Dracos get busy. Okay, well that's working reasonably well now. And it's keeping the temperature around here fairly good, actually. Oof. Game chugs whenever I do that. You guys. Right, so that is now sending a correct signal. Good. Hopefully someone's going to be on their way to run this. The long Hoff. Good, good, good. Where are you, the long Hoff? There you are. Marvellous. You've got a good bit of oxygen in your suit. Have a watch of this running for a while. Battery's still quite heavily charged. Okay. Now the reason why I put the battery over here rather than over here is because this battery can't discharge into the main grid. It accepts from the main grid, but then cannot. Shallys on their way, good. All right, there we go. That may have made a bit of a difference. An SR lash would probably be a wise idea, actually. But realistically, the SR, I mean, because this isn't accepting any more power from it, if this manages to run down completely, considering this can dump so much energy into this, if that battery's run down and this is the only system that's drawing from it, I'm probably okay, I would say. Let's avoid the potential of infinite compression, because that would suck. Let's get that there. In fact, let's not. Let's do this one all the way across. Now we'll observe whether they actually build that in the right order or not. I'm not sure that they will. I'm not at all sure. Yeah, the battery has hysteresis internally. Right, here we go. We were completely out of power there. This is now delivering a bit of power to the main system. This will fill up a bit for a little while. There we go. Now there's a bit more being delivered as well. So something just turned on somewhere. Maybe these. Someone died. Oh, well, poop. This is why you can't trust your dupes to do anything at all. Just in case. Oh, you can get up there, never mind. You are free! These ones can be put back on like a 6. We don't need the rest of that now. Aww, Longhoff, fallen asleep. You were so desperate to help. Well done, you. I approve of your dedication. That is a lot of water. Yow. I could do with a bit of that. Yeah, actually, I'm thinking maybe 2. Or maybe even 3, frankly. We'll go with 2 for now. We built that a lot deeper than we needed to, thinking about it. That would be silly. Oh well, it's got a lot of room for oil to build up if we needed to. Yeah, that does drain pretty aggressively. 2 would be a much better number, I think. Right, let's head on back up, see how our shovel area is going. Coming along, actually. Just need a tiny little bit more. Once that's done, we'll do a final sweep order in this area. Then, this can just sit there for a while. Food is decayed? Oh, that's fine. That is not nearly as much of a problem as I was worried about. Yikes. Uh-oh. Why? Of course you did. You could get up there, but you couldn't get back down. Typical duplicant. Well, while you're here, you may as well make yourself useful, I guess. If someone could rush along. Oh, there we go. You're free! May as well finish that one as well. There we go. Alright. I hate it when they can do that sort of thing. I hate it when they can make their way up there, but they can't get back down. That frustrates me. Buddy, bud, bud. That'll be useful later. Okay, this area is almost ready. At this stage, though, we can now, finally, after long last, accept the shovel legs. Make sure you're not set to eat shovels. Yep, shovel legs are fine. I need these moved right now. Someone needs to nab them. Like, super fast. Also, I need to clean this up. There you go, shovel legs on their way. Let's follow them on their journey. A journey that hopefully doesn't involve any kind of dropping. Right. Oh, where are you going? Oh, you're just going to put them in. Fair enough. No! Poop. Of course. There should be... Oh, I didn't set it for manual use because I'm doing there we go. Sweep. Please. Why is there only one shovel leg there now? Oh no. Why? No, what? Why? Where has it gone? Where have you taken the shovel leg? Don't let them out in the middle of the colony. We're doomed. This is the worst thing to lose. Where's the other one? There we go. Oof. Oh, you got... What? I question this. Okay. Alright. That'll work. For now. This is how Alien starts. Yes, pretty much. Aavak, would you believe I got done some college work with you playing in the background? I didn't think I could do it. But I just proved myself wrong. Well, I'm very glad. I hope you did a good job. We desperately need to get more water down here, though. I really dislike that whole automation thing. Just flashing there. Oh well. I might just connect that up to the automation grid just for the sake of it. But not put it anywhere just to get that to go away. We've almost burnt through all of the available wood, unfortunately. Coal is eternally a problem. priority is this? That should only be one, isn't it? What? Where are you taking this mafic rock? Follow. Show me your secrets. Where is this mafic rock going? To what end? Oh. Oh yeah, I guess so. Guess I have made a problem for myself there, haven't I? Yep. Okay, well. For the time being then, we don't need all of this swept. We only need this swept. So it's out of the way. Now these eggs will take a while to incubate. I could have an incubator, honestly. But that just seems to be an unnecessary hassle. Especially because I'm not going to be powering it. I would only be leaving it there just for the sake of getting them off the floor. So I think that's fine.